those first couple like months or like that first year, for those who are unaware of the hours put into starting a fledgling business and having it be successful, you want to go through sort of like the work that it took to get this thing off the ground and then like build your clientele and all that stuff.
Yeah. So one, I like that you use the word fledgling. I took ornithology, so uh, big props on using a bird term. And number two, to answer your actual question, um, starting a business is wild. Pablo nor I have taken business classes at all. And all of a sudden, it's you got to figure everything out. Go. And so thinking of the name and the colors and all that was easy. And then now you're faced with wait, everything depends on its legality. So I have to look and see if the name's covered, what licenses do we need, and insurances, what can and can we not do, finding a place, all of that stuff. No one, there's not a straight path to do it. And I think that's wild. Like, I wanted to go to Google and type in, how do you start a business? And you can, and Google will give you answers that you can use, but you don't know a lot of what you're doing, and that's the honest truth. You just have to find out. So using resources like the internet or um, people and connections is huge. But in terms of time spent, I'd say it's actually a lot more time now than what we spent to start it. We, and this is something that you don't know until you're in a business. When we started, yeah, there was time spent, but we didn't have the clients, we didn't have the overheads, we didn't have the staff to make it as time consuming as what it is now. So when we started, we were in a 900 square foot office, to be quite honest. And it was just me and him. So, I had to kind of just do my part in getting my clients, and he got his and trained his. And then we each have our job of I'll do bookkeeping, you bring in more business. Everybody sort of stays in their lane, but we don't have to oversee much. Now, flash forward to 4 years later, 5 years later, we have a new gym and we have staff, and that staff keeps growing. Some of them are in the studio, some of them are not. It takes a lot more time now to train your people, to bring in new business, to satisfy the people that you have, to keep the trainers again engaged intellectually,
Mm-hmm.
to keep them interested, to keep them happy to hear about them and what's going on in their lives. I mean, that actually takes a ton of time, and I'm not great at it. So sorry, staff. I know that that's not my strong suit, but Pablo is really good at that, and that's a blessing. It takes a lot more time as you go, and you just get a different set of problems every year. It doesn't get easier, it changes, and you have moments and months even of times that are easy and times that are really, really hard. And that just is this cycle, a roller coaster, if you will, this undulating like waves of, oh, it's really cool, I get to take more time off. Oh no, I have to work from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. every single night. It just it's just part of running the business, and there seem to be seasons where you're in the business more, and there are some seasons where you get to be out of it more.
How difficult was it for you guys to find the like trainers and staff that you have now that fit the mold? Because they all like all of the ones who work there now fit sort of like it fits really really nicely together. Like when you go in, like you get the same vibe or a similar vibe from it from pretty much everybody. except for Belly because she's
Belly.
nice. But
Except for Belly.
yeah,
Yeah.
but like
No.
it's difficult to find to get like a good fit, and then if you are really searching for someone like that has a specific skill set, then you need to find someone with that skill set that also fits personality wise. How difficult is, and then also if you don't need that person, but you found somebody that could fit, but you don't really have a need for them, is there a consideration of like, hey, maybe we hire them on anyways, or like how does that all work for you guys?
Yeah, it is about timing and fit. It is kind of like an actor fitting a play. You can still act, but you might not fit for that play. And you may even hire on very weird or untraditional characteristics of the person.
Mm-hmm.
We've had people that are overqualified and we didn't hire them. And that happened in the very beginning. And it may be surprising because you're like, whoa, don't you want the best staff that knows, the most about training? And the answer is yes, but if that staff member doesn't want to grow at the level that you're growing, it's not going to work out well for them or for you. So that should be considered when you're hiring.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and now that we've been doing it for a bit, you can kind of see what you need, and what works for the person. It was very different when you first start. You're like, oh God, I need help, and almost like I need it now. I need 3 or 4 people ready to go. So your process is a little different, and maybe you're a little more flexible with your terms. But now that you have a system and you have people in place, it's it's an option to grow, and you want to grow with the right person. So again, that could be somebody that fills a void that you don't do, has a service that you don't offer, or maybe they add to a service that you already do in some way. But we do a lot of LinkedIn and online stuff, and actually LinkedIn has worked pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Referrals work really well too, though, for us and the way our gym's personality is. We are very community oriented, and like you said, there's a vibe when you go in.
Mm-hmm.
So our, pitch, if you will, to trainers that are coming in is, hey, we're here because we're all trying to learn from each other. I want to make training a career for you and not just a job. I want to know like what you are excited about, what you come in with, and where do you want to take it. And I'll be honest with you, if I can, like, if this is the gym that's going to help you get there.
Mm-hmm.
And then if it is, great, let's be partners, not one sided.
Yeah.